G'day and welcome back to Stitch Up and another episode of Voxel Tycoon. So in this episode, and I think this is episode 31, I've just turned the UI off so we can have a little bit of a look at all the pretty trains in the industrial area. Episode 31, of course, we rerouted these passenger trains, the existing, what are we calling it? Because we have conventional passenger rail, yeah, and then we've got the advanced high-speed passenger rail. This is speed 1 here. We're going to see that come around the corner and come absolutely flying along here. This other train's just waiting as well, the conventional, and of course these guys are rerouted now, so they go round through here. Last episode we decommissioned the original turnabouts and all of that sort of original line that went out to Crookwell. Is it Crookwell? It is Crookwell. And so those Crookwell conventional passenger rails are coming through here and into there, taking a bit of time to get out there, but that is fine. One thing to do, we have been looking at research as well, so one thing just to report back on is gold production is now finished, and I've recommenced passenger tube trains. So if you're following the research from last episode, it's moving back to where we were now that we've got the gold production out, and the reason we've got gold production out the way is because we want to go off and create in this episode these particular gold what are they doing? They are oh look, 8,000 sortie, 8,900. So if we can get that back, that'd be brilliant. It's going to be expensive to do it, but yeah, we want to make up these gold rings, so we'll have to get into that as well. What we do need to do additionally is, and by the way, I've got a second gold train. I sent them to depot in between episodes, and I extended them so they're now sitting both at the length of about 243 meters, just sitting under our 250 standard, which is pretty good. And gold is just going to stockpile here because we're going to be using it soon. We're not using it in the laboratory anymore, but we're using it here because we're going to put gold production around here. So, but this episode, before we do gold production, I'm going to have to think that once we get gold production in this area, there are no roads around here, so I'm going to need to get a train that brings it over to a particular area. So to do that, I'm going to need the armored trains unlocked, and if we have a look at this, if I'm on speed 1, so I should be fine. So I've got passenger tube trains. If I look at the second, let's do the third one down, and it is if I go here and have a quick look, it's armored trains. Now these guys need steel bars and also steel beams, so this episode I'm going to create steel beams very quickly and get that research kicking off. So I'm going to let you enjoy the Stitch Up intro, and I'm going to see you back here in just a sec. Okay guys, one thing I would like to do as well, they're going to keep bringing gold back, and that is fine, they'll just rack and stack anyway, but we're going to have to start using it. But one thing I thought I would do is just to grab the reversing tool on the conveyors and quickly just flip these conveyors, because no gold needs to go to the research area. So if I flip this one in now, this one's now accepting, are you? Yeah, speed 1. What's your direction? Yeah, you're going that way and that way. So now that's accepting, they're both going into this sort of area. And then I think I can actually decommission this particular line because they don't need to be ooh, no, maybe I'll leave it there because it could be we'll see about it. It's neither here nor there, and we'll get into that a little bit later. Pause the game now. We're going to just quickly look at where we're going to build our new steel production area. Now, if you remember here, we put steel bars and we put this massive expansion of steel bar production here. I was thinking of decommissioning some of that, and I thought, nah, you know what? I spent all that money building it. You never get all of it back, so I don't want to knock it down. So I'm thinking steel. It's funny. We need to get one of these. What are they? A press. And steel bars are simply made by steel beams. Steel beams are made by steel bars 1 for 1. So all we need to do is route some of these guys. And don't forget, for the research that we're about to undertake, and there's nothing wrong with us selecting that research now. In fact, if I go here down the bottom, I'm going to put 2 of them on, so it's going to be armored trains start, and then for here it's going to be armored trains starts, and of course switch on. So I've now got two with armored trains. These guys are going to want steel bars and steel beams. So I've got to remember that when we unpause it, we want steel bars to come in here as well. So we don't want to take too much of the supply out of here. I'm thinking half of it should go one way and half to the other. So we might cut this off and have it go this way. And what I thought we could do is have this continue along here and have the new production over here. So we need some of these presses. In fact, let's go ahead and do that now. So let's get rid of this one here and then add on, let me see, I might just level this out as well. Yep. And then we grab a conveyor and I'm going to put it along here, which is nice, and put it to there. Now if we go speed 1 and just do some reversing, what we want is these guys to all be heading that way, and so they'll all come out here. So they all come out and then they head towards the east of the screen now as we see it, and that's all pretty good. So pausing here, and we want to put in presses. Now the presses are going to be 1 for 1. Once the presses are done, they need to find their way back over to research, and so I'm thinking we might press and go up across here. See, I could recommission some of this stuff actually and clear these conveyor belts, and I don't think I'm going to need anything else. Let's see, what else is going in here? Well, it's interesting because when we go over here and we look at, we need to talk about advanced furniture as well. We're heading towards computing devices and radios, and man, it's going to be interesting. But one step at a time, because we're also doing gold as well, and this is just the transport, the gold resources. So let's get that all sorted. But the idea was, is there any one of these long areas, these long conveyors that I don't need to bring in? See, this one here brings in just what are you, iron bars, but do you then, yeah, iron bars and you, now all this infrastructure is here and I think I should keep it. I mean, it's not, yeah. These are all technically meant to just support research, and if we have a look at research as well, I'll just go here and have a quick look. We're doing these two, and computing devices are going to need, if you have a look at that, so they need circuits, they need copper wires. Now circuits and copper wires, I believe, we're already getting in, and we have a look here. Are these circuits? Circuits, yes they are. So circuits are being made, copper wires are being made, so they're both in there. Quick look again at that one. So it was computing devices, circuits, copper wires, but then we need TVs and we need radios. And if I have a quick look down here at this particular factory, this is an electronics assembler, and of course we are doing the circuits, and we can leave it with the vacuum tubes. But over here, these two new products, it would be a radio, which is a wood frame, and then circuits. So this is a wooden product, and then a circuits makes radios, so that's fine. And then this one here is an advanced, but then circuits as well, and that's fine. Which means if we just look at, these are the final production chains that we'll need, which means we can start to decommission some of this other stuff. For example, no wood is going out here. If you look at this one, he is connected to there. Is wood being shipped out? Yes, it is. Is wood going out of anywhere else? Yes, it is. No, it's not. So I don't want to muck around with that too much, because other businesses are wanting those products. So I think I just need to yeah, I was going to try and reuse some of these long conveyor belts that are too long, so you have to jack them together with the warehouses. I was going to try and reuse some of that, but I'm just going to put new infrastructure in. So let's kick off. We've wasted enough time going on about that. Now I've got a bit of room here, so we need these green presses, I believe. So we go here and factories, and we're looking at these press. Now, what's the story? So you want to go, what are we thinking? Interesting. Let's do this. And do you want to do this? So we'll go up and then you go back. Yeah, we can always change this up a bit. So let's do this. In fact, let's just do this. One there. Okay, so let me just, this is really leaving a lot of room, but that's fine. Okay, so what we want is these guys to be like this. So let me get another, No, I'll tell you what I'll do. Yeah. Here, here, and here, and there. I wonder if I can do that. Can I go tunnel? And then can I go to there? Is that going to connect? Nope, that's not going to connect. But what I could do is, so what I'm hoping is we can get this. A little bit fidgety, these guys. Tunnel. And he goes up. Bridge. Can he do this? No, he can't, but he could do this. Yes, he could. Okay, that could work. And now, if we go speed 1, and we just make sure everything's heading in the right direction, a couple of click flicks, and he goes across. Okay, so that buys us a little bit more room. And what I'm thinking with these is we might be able to put them. Actually, yeah, let's do this a little better. How much was that? 39,000 back. Ooh, why have we got this like that? See, that's not what we wanted there, is it? It's funny, I thought we just got rid of all that. Okay, I'm going to do this the old-fashioned way now. So let's go here, here. Right, and there, and there. And there. And I'm going to do literally the expensive... not that, thank you very much. I'm going to do this the expensive way. Yep. Okay, and what I want to do now is tunnel, do it from this end and get the maximum. So let's just do it to there, buy ourselves a bit of room just in case. We don't know what's going to happen in the future. And we do a couple of flicks here, unpause the game, flick it in that way, so that's better. Okay, so now we've got ourselves a bit of room. Now I want the green presses, and what I want to do is see if I can put multiple here without, you know, throwing the money away. So if we do this, so if I go 1 and 2, and then how about if I tuck this guy in? So then 3 and 4. I'm trying to get the distance between these two the same as the distance between these two, so that could be quite good. And then what we want to do, so that's not too bad, and then we want this to be here, steel beams. We're lucky this recipe is nice and simple, 1 for 1. We're still paused, so now what we want to do is go here and here, and then, ooh, actually no, we also want this to go here. Is it? Yeah, it is. It's all fed from the bottom, isn't it? It is, yep. And then we want this guy to go here to, let's do it to there. So we'll go straight up, straight up, straight up. So that's 4 machines. I then want this to come around here. And let me see about this. Right? And now I just want to see if I can grab myself. I think this is a good spot to put the first one. So what I might do, I wonder if I can get production going now. See, I don't want that connecting. Can you please not connect? Thank you. Yep. Now where are you heading? You're heading that way. Yep. So I'm going to unpause that and just get this all looking good. Okay, so you're all connected up. Inputs, 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 and then outputs, outputs. A couple of clicks. Making sure these guys are all good, making sure these guys are all good. Okay, so we've got 4 lots there, so that's all nice. Now I want to see if I can grab, what is it, a warehouse, and I will do a, do I need to do an expensive warehouse? I may as well just use this one. I have been using these anyway, so let me put one, say, here, and it wants to be steel beams. And then conveyor devices, I should be able to hold the shift key here and do one, say, there and there. And now so there's 1 buffer, which is good. Okay. Now we've got a buffer there. Let's put a buffer over here as well. I'm just looking at exactly where this is going through. I'm going to have to borrow some money here, so we'll just borrow the lot. I did pay down some of that before, and I'm going to put this guy, say, here. Steel beams, just trying to leave a little bit of room for rigmarole, and we'll do conveyor. So we get you all the way across. Let's get you down to here. And this is looking, this is just kind of, yeah, you can do this sort of tidy, and then at some point you just have to go, oh my god, I kind of know where everything's going, but wow, you really have to keep on top of it, don't you? Alright, here we go. So now we want to drop this down, tunnel, and bring it to there. Now he's here, which means I should be able to get him to another one, which should be just here, and it's going to connect in. In fact, what about if we put it here, and will that connect? There to there. Interesting, I don't know. I mean, I really want this to be the same, don't I? I do want this to be the same. Just trying to get this to go nice without just placing things down. I mean, we are ending the near of it. Ending the near of it. We're nearing the end of it all, but I still want it to be nice. Okay, so let's put this one there, and we go conveyor device, and we'll put this conveyor in here. Hopefully this one's not too long, but we'll see. What is it? It is that one, isn't it? I think this will be too long, this one. Is it going to be too long? Is that a ridiculous one? It's not brilliant, is it? Can we get through there without it? Just do that. It's not brilliant. Up and down. Yeah, that part's not brilliant, but we'll just leave it. Okay, so I think that's all nice. And now let's see, what are we holding there? So we're holding those guys. And we want to go speed 1 and flip these conveyors. So massive flipping here. So you're all heading out. And you're all heading out. Should have these guys coming in shortly. So let's see, are they being made? So these are the steel beams, and they should be heading outwards. That's not too bad. I think that's all going to work pretty well. This guy's stockpiling here. The presser is going, and all 4 machines are now making steel beams, which is great. So steel bars into steel beams, brilliant. That means the last 2, so the passenger tube trains about to complete, and then these guys, 135 for the armoured trains, should be happening very, very soon. So we'll keep an eye on that. That is going to be interesting. In the meantime, yeah, you're right, the OCD doesn't want that to happen. So we do this, and then we shorten, and then we terraform. What else? Right, what's next on our list of things? Okay, so that's that. Let's make some gold infrastructure next, I think. 2.6 million and then nothing to borrow after that. Train 6 is having issues, so I'm going to go speed 1. Oh yeah, let's talk about this. Now watch this one. So in the last episode we had issues there, but now I've changed the signaling. I've allowed that if platform 1, as we look at it here, because we always look at it with the train the way it comes in, platform 1 here is blocked, but it took platform 2 as a pass-through. Watch the gold train pass through, and this is lovely. So final little bit of signaling, and allowed that to do that. So that's a nice little temporary measure until I can rebuild all this. And the way I did that is I had these guys here, but I moved the block signals back a little bit, and then I put in a pre-signal just here as well. So pre-signal says, do you want to take the first or second track, or 1 or 2? But then this block allowed the trains to hang back here and still not interfere with the other block there. We can have a closer look at that in the signaling overlay, and you can just sort of see that. In fact, when I talk about signaling and how I've solved a problem with signaling, it's probably best to do it looking at this overlay, because you can see the blocks and the colors quite nice. But that's working really, really well, and it means that this other train if it's held back, it doesn't have huge problems. At the moment, iron parts need to be delivered, and iron parts are waiting here. See, there's a bit of a problem because it's delivered all of the iron, but not the iron parts. So I'll have to have a bit of a look at that. We'll have to rebuild this, and we will. When we rebuild it, we'll rebuild this completely. What I wouldn't mind doing is saying, let me just get this guy to skip, and that should get everyone moving. But yeah, this is a fault at the moment because this guy can't load up until he's gone, but he is on the same train and he's empty. So this would be a stalemate. Nothing would be resolved there without intervention from the player. Oh, let's have a look. Passenger tube trains are about to complete. When they do get there, we'll see how expensive they are to add on to the existing one. It'll be an aesthetic thing because it's probably not going to give us that much money, and I think it's going to cost us a couple of million to kick off. Guys, let's talk while we're waiting for that. I'll wait for that research to come up. Let's talk about gold production and how we can make these gold rings now that we've got the ability to move them being researched. And have we got... No, not yet. I'm just looking across here. Here they are. These are the first ones. First steel beams. So gold research is going to be undertaken all around this area, I think. So let me have a look here and go to factories, and we want what is it? Where's the gold? The jewel factory, 376,000. Yeah, so this model has not been upgraded. It's one in, one out, and there are 2 products. Now I'm going to pause it so we can have a look at it, and we'll get our 375,000 back. Here's the 3 products there. It's gold bracelets, gold rings, and golden watch. So the gold ring but they take 14 seconds as well. So, and it's just 2 pieces of gold bars. And at the moment, we aren't making gold bars, are we? No, we're not. So I've got this guy over here. It cost me 370. Do I get that back? I do. Good. What we want to do is out of here, we need to fix this slightly. I don't know if I want this guy exporting because he's researching, but I don't think any research is going to require that. So I might have that run. Is any research going to require these guys? What are they? These glass panes? Yeah, I think it's exporting from that one. Let me see. Computing devices, armored trains, no. Passengers nearly done. Computing devices, we know it isn't, because those 2 are already made, and it's TVs and radios. So let me just see if gold panes are in TVs and radios. I wouldn't have thought so. Recipe, gold pane. TVs and radios, yep. So radios and TVs, no and no, because the only other one there is wood frames and advanced wood frames, and I've got the wood factory here. Advanced wood frames, yes, you need those. But they're not being researched, they're just being constructed. So what I'm going to do to make a bit of room for the gold production, that was a long way of showing you what I'm doing here, is I'm just going to... So I think I want to get rid of this. And I think I want to get rid of that as well. But I don't want to get rid of the gold on that. So what I'll do is I will... okay, this is what I'll do. I will get rid of that bit, yeah, and then this one can be reversed, so we'll save what's on here. Okay, so you're now heading that way, and then these guys can just be destroyed and lost. Yeah, we aren't using this for research at all. We don't need that, and we don't need anything that's in there. Is there anything in there? There is that. So it'll export from there because this guy's still connected. It will export from it, but it won't replenish it, which is pretty good. Same with this. I don't need this particular line underneath, but I just wanted to tidy up this area slightly. Fix that and fix that. Okay, now the reason I want to do that is I want to do that. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, so first thing we need to do, so it's coming out of here, and they load into here. In fact, what we could do is reverse this one as well. Let me do this. Yeah, reverse, so you're going that way now. So they'll load into they'll load into either, but they both need to come into here at the afterwards. And then we want to make, let's check the recipe first. I'm going to press into gold bars. Gold bars should be made from here. Select recipe. Gold bars. Factories. That's a jewel factory. We want gold smelters. Yes, lovely. Okay, now what's a gold smelter got? We paused. Lovely building. Very nice building. Nice big building too. Okay, so you've got, where's the inputs? 1 there and then 2 out. Now we want to remember that when we were talking about the recipe for gold bars, 1 in, 2 out, we want the inputs to have the 2. Yeah, because then time and the other one coming out. Okay, so we want the inputs. Factories, gold smelter, 400,000. So we want it to be this way. So the input is there, and I'm thinking of how we're going to have this. Let's have this guy. Let's have him there. Actually, that's a nice way of doing this. Let's have it right across as well. So we'll do that, and then we'll put the next one there. Now I want to get these guys exactly the same. So that is a lot of money spent, but they're going to look great. And then we want this to be, because no one's going to be taking the gold bars at the moment. We're not selling them. We want this to be out to here. Alright, and now, ooh, yeah. You know what? This doesn't need to be like that at all. So I'm just going to get rid of these guys. We don't need this, this, or this. Trains will unload into both of these. Actually, yes, we do. We do need that exact setup. So we do this, and then I might do this. Right, but then we'll have an export going out here. Flipping, and then that's lovely. Okay, cool. So what we're saying is, just wait for that to connect up. Yep, is they go out there, and then we want this to be along here. We want it to come this way. Let's do a bit of room there. Nice. That's what we want. Nice little connection there. Very nice. Okay, cool. So nice and symmetrical, all very nice. We can actually get this going because we've built the factories. Got room for a 4th one along there as well. Oh, we don't want that. We want this. Okay, so we want that. Coal. Damn it. Coal. I forgot coal needs to be used. Okay, that's fine. We can change things about. So very first thing I want to do is keep that like that. We've left a bit of room here, which wasn't a bit of an accident, but we'll do it like that. Careful we don't get rid of the wrong ones. And what we want to do now is we want to say, right, coal is going to go, conveyors, I want this to be cement. So let me see, where's coal going to go? Coal is there. In fact, coal is here. Is this coal? I think it is. What are you doing? Yeah, it is coal. Coal is there. Brilliant. So we may be right here, because what we want to do is coal. Let's get coal stockpiling somewhere, because we might want a 4th building along here. I'm thinking of moving these guys in. We may want a 4th building in. But what we'll do, let's get coal sitting in a warehouse. Yeah, might as well just do one of them. There, coal. And we will then do this guy, say here, and flip here. And what I was thinking, because we can always expand later on, but we'll do that, and we'll do this. How do I want the coal to go? actually, coal can just do this, can't it? Yeah, it can go this way, and then it can go tunnel out, and it can go this way, and it can go tunnel. Ooh, that's not going to work. Okay, let's do something slightly different here. This is all getting a bit complicated. Get rid of that. Now pause. Get rid of this. So let's do this a bit closer. So there's a little bit more room here. So like that. And so you'll be there. Get rid of this and this. Terraform this just to fix it. And now let's see if we can do the same thing. So the first one is the one that confuses us because we shouldn't have to worry about that. So we go tunnel and we come out. And if I go there, how about we do this? Tunnel, come out. Yep, now we go into tunnel. That's better. Come out to the earliest possible. And we go tunnel and then come out here. So coal now comes up here, which means I can now grab the coal like this and do that. It's in. Okay, that didn't work either because of we're in the hitbox of this. Yeah, see, I can't do that, but I can do that. Okay, right. We're gonna have to do this slightly different then. We've not left anywhere near enough room. Yeah. Right. The best way we can do this then is changing around. Because we got this. So what I think I might do is just grab myself a little bit more room. Yeah, just chopping that away, and of course doing that. Yes, we can go above, can't we? So can I do this? Do coal along here. Can I go to here and then go tunnel and out? Yes. Right, that would work. And then we want it to be the same here. So let's do it from this way, out and in, tunnel down, go across. So that's that. And then of course this section we just want to be slightly symmetrical. So we'll come out one and then straight in. If we pause it, let's select the recipe first. Gold bars, thank you, 1, 2 and 3. 3 gold bars, and select the recipe, and then we start reversing a few things. So we'll look at this, and then we'll look at this. Now these are all heading inputs. This is all heading across. These should all be joined together and heading into the machine, and then of course coming from here, everything should be coming out. So you've got gold coming out, going into the machine, still heading across, but going into the machine. So that's lovely. And then coming out of here, we've got exports, exports, exports. Both of them come in, but then from the middle of this, I actually want this to go the other way. Let's do this. Yep. So now flipping, this one exports, and now they get to this point. Okay, so gold bars will be there, and we've got the room to put a fourth one along there as well. We can move this if we need to. This is slow as well. This is a slow one. And of course we have gold. Let's think about this. We now have gold. You've got 75, so you need to be exporting. Why aren't you moving from there to there? What's happening here? There we go. And it's coming straight out. Okay, so that'll fill that guy up as well. So we'll wait for this to go across here, and then we'll get rid of this infrastructure. Here we go. Should be at the end of it shortly. These guys are firing up, and this will start queuing here as well. Okay, the game saves. Right, how lovely. Okay, so we should be able to get rid of this. Okay, and then just this with that. Rightio. Bit of terraforming to fix up this. No one ever knew we were here. There we go, brilliant. Okay, cool. So we've got some overflows with the gold happening. We should have more gold being brought in. I believe we've got our passenger tube train, 90 of 90. So we'll change this to armored trains, and we'll have a third armored trains going on. And we're at 2 of 135, so we'll go and have a look at that shortly as well. So if we have a look here, there you go, 1, 2, 3, all firing up. And we'll have a quick look at how this is going. So speed 1. So steel bars are coming through nicely. That's steel beams. Steel bars are coming through nicely as well, thanks to these productions that we had going on. And you can see here, it's slow, but we are still producing steel. These guys, the recipe for steel, steel bars, what's the recipe there, people? Steel bars every 30 seconds. God, that's a long time, isn't it? Okay, so that is a long time. And same with these guys, every 30 seconds, and then they go into the presses, and then they come across to here. So you can see there with 4 of the presses, and then 6 of the smelters, then 6 of the smelters here. We are getting there with those, and we've got the 3 labs consuming, and you'll pretty much guarantee the labs will run out shortly. What might help us is if we're not exporting so many steel bars, but we'll have to see about that. Okay, so that's all coming along nicely. How long's our countdown clock going? 66 days left. Geez, we must get going on this. We'll make these guys anyway. So what was it? It was 8,000. So it was jewelry, golden rings. Golden rings. Okay, good. So we need to make them. Now these are the ones that are a bit odd. Now we need to be able to ship out as well. So golden rings are going to go onto trains. So that means I should be able to. Let's think about this first. If I put this small warehouse. No, it's going to have to be this. Security warehouse. Can a security warehouse hold? Yes, it can hold the other items. Brilliant. So security warehouse. Now, do we want to stockpile these? I think we want to go straight in. Actually, you know what we might do? Yeah, let's do it like this. Okay, let's do this. Get rid of that, get rid of that, and have these guys stockpiling into here. So that way we can build them up and always be producing when we get them dropped off. Now the gold hasn't turned up for a while. Where's the gold? Oh, here it comes. There's more gold coming in. Brilliant. Okay. So nice little reuse of these. Oh God. Did not mean to place that. You can go, and we want this to be, yeah, so they should all go straight into there. And tell this warehouse now to store not raw gold, but gold bars. So it'll do that. At the same time, we want a conveyor device to come straight out of here. Put it back to back. And now we want to put these guys in, and then we're going to want another one of these. So I like the way they were done like this. It's a bit sort of different from each other. I did that on purpose, and I broke from the original design. So that means this one, should I put him slightly different as well? No, I think I'll put him like that. It's got to connect up to this. I think I'll do the gap in the middle like that. Yeah, I like that. I like the trains going right past it, so that's quite good. And of course you've got these on this side. Right, so this is going to be a golden ring. And just to confirm, because this is not a mistake we want to make, it's a golden ring. Okay. Is anyone else asking for anything else gold-wise? No, gravel. I don't think anyone is. Oh, you want steel beams though. And over here's a mess anyway for delivery. Okay, now what's this? This train's really waiting here. Oh, we're paused. Okay, we're paused. Okay, so we want golden rings to be made. We need to make them in a very expensive tall jewelry factory or jewel factory. 375,000. Oh God. Okay, we're at the loan maximum. So let's do this. And I wonder to get out of this if I need to let the money pop up, repay all that. Let's see the money go up correctly. I shouldn't play on speed 3, but I just need the money to come up. Got the infrastructure there, but we'd have to get a train as well. But golden rings need to get delivered. If I go here, I go stations, no depots. Is there an armoured depot? There isn't. Okay. Do we want to see if an armoured car is available? I can't remember if an armoured car is available. It would be over here. And we would want buy, yeah, armoured trucks, 300,000. Oh god, they look great though. Okay, so they'll carry golden rings. Gold ore, gold bracelet, golden ring. So 30 of that. Oh, that's a golden ring. It would take 30 of those. Okay, that's going to make us lots of money, but we have to. That's quite a supply chain that we have to sort out as well. Okay, so let's see about this. There's just so much going on. There's so much going on. We are going to need the money, so we've got the ability to borrow another 200,000, and we've got 400,000 there. So let's get this happening. I'll go speed 1. We'll get one of these buildings up. Factories. We got this one, 375. Yep, we've got it. Oh, thought we had it. Yep. Okay, so it's one in, one out, and they're going to come in from here. So let's just put one in here. In fact, let's do it like this, because these can go really close to each other. So let's just do. I think we want to put these because I can't move them. Okay, I'm going to put that there. I hope I'm not going to shoot myself in the foot. So you're storing gold rings. Conveyor device. This guy in here, tucked in nicely. Probably should have put it tucked in there actually. And get rid of the bird's eye view for a second. These guys are coming out and going into there. Okay, that's good. And then let's do this like that for now. And the production here is golden ring. So it's going to take 2 of those, and it's going to be every 14 seconds. So that at least they'll be happening. What's the hold up here? Got the bars. Oh, we need to get the bars out. Okay, good. So we do this, and the bars should be coming out now. And then they get turned into golden rings and go all the way into here. Okay, so that is there. But we haven't got the ability to, because of the armoured trains, we've got problems with that at the moment. Got to get to 135. So 48 of 135, we've got 3 of them working on it. I think the hold up, exactly as we said, is going to be, no, it's pretty good. Steel beams are coming in. If we look at this and go on speed 3, it does 1, and then it goes to the next one. And it goes to the next one, and that's because of the supply of both products is fairly solid, although it has to wait until it gets whatever sortie. So it's got to get up to 8 of them and 8 of them. So the hold up for that is these little gaps on this line and the bars and the steel beams along there. So that is interesting. I might have to just go and do that part on my own. Okay, but we have, yeah, I think we're going to have to wait now and wait for these guys to happen. But if you have a look on here, gold rings are now sitting on the conveyor belt and they'll go into here. Now, of course, we will group these guys up. There's already 11 there. It can hold 560, which is lovely. When these guys are grouped up, this is connected into here, so we'll get a lovely armoured train with 1 carriage only, and that carriage, the armoured train and its car will then carry, and the thing is it's going to have to carry across here all the way up to Crookwell and drop into here. We'll then get an armoured van to pick up from here and drive through the new underpass, which, oh no, they can just come this way and drop off, and it can drop off here. Similar to how we drop off these guys. And that's sitting excellent at the moment, so that's good money coming in. But yeah, these guys will come into here. Now, that's if we make it in time. 39 days left. I don't think we will, but I know the game, and it will ask us, someone else will ask us for golden rings. Now, what will stitch me right up is if someone then goes and asks for golden bracelets or golden watches. I need someone to ask for golden rings, and I don't want to bail this guy out because it's going to cost me 1.6. That's a lot of money to bail him out. So I have to work on the theory that it'll pick up, this will go bankrupt, and then someone else will ask for hopefully the golden rings. If it asks for golden bracelets, golden watches, then we are in the shite. Next episode, we'll also start preparing these little lovely ones. They'll be over here. So we've got advanced wood frames, and we've got wood frames. And over here, so you do wood frames with these two products, and then we do advanced wood frames. And it's interesting because we need wood, but we need iron parts, and then we need those two combined again, put with a glass pane to make into the other ones. And these two are made for radios and TVs. And so I don't think it's worth doing it up here because the iron parts and then the glass. So I think we need to find another spot around here. But as you can see with steel, and don't forget what we just made there is expandable, nothing else is locked in, leaving room for expansion in case we need it for anything there. Because this whole series has been designed where we don't want to be knocking stuff down and rebuilding. As much as we can, we want to think about the next step in the future, and that we don't know what the game will ask us to do at what level, but we always want to have the room to build. Okay, so I'm thinking that whole next production, because if you look at that factory, I'm thinking this is all gold down here, and I love that the gold is next to the high-speed rail. It's just lovely. Look at that. But I'm thinking that we should map out exactly where we want all this to be, and then see about that. I don't think I want to be expanding too far. It's going to be the last big factory we build. I've kind of used all this area up. I think we might be able to route this guy better down here. Yeah, I might be able to move this all down a bit. In fact, what we could do is have this guy extend across and then have this come out this way, and that'll give us this whole area like an L shape to make like a big area here to make everything for TVs and computing devices. Once we get to computing devices, we've essentially completed the game. But I want to also, as part of my little mandate, what I also want to do is get right into gold. So I want to make at least 2 of the or 3 of the products. I want to redo this area as well. I've got grand plans for this area, and I want you to be part of that. So that'll be absolutely lovely. I'm thinking we're going to put a train station over the water, over the lake. Something to think about. Okay, guys, please leave a comment. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Stitch Up. Let me know in your comments what you're thinking of the series, and what you'd like me to do next. Check out Scaleman on the workshop. He's JJ Law, and I'll see you in the next episode of Voxel Tycoon. Cheers.